Toyota Motorsports. Our minds are always racing.
You know the way he lost that light? He was in a wash. He pogo stick that thing up in the air, clipped the light off with a branch of a tree, but he didn't hurt the truck.
Ivan's won the 1,000 twice, earned his Ironman nickname here, but he's never won the long run to La Paz. For the driver and the owner, this race is special.
We want to win the Baja 1000 to La Paz, always have. We won the Baja 1000 before, and Toyota's won the Baja 1000 before, but in the loop format, never to La Paz. Neither is Ivan. He's never won it to La Paz, so it's very, very important to us.
Heading up PPI's huge on-course contingent, crew chief, former driver, Tommy Morris. One of his jobs, anticipate everything that can possibly go wrong in 19 hours.
We're set up with guys down south with tire groovers and be prepared for wet weather, and their instructions are they only have to hear from us. If it's raining, groove them. So we're set all along the way with guys with tow ropes, chase trucks, whatever it takes to keep him moving.
In his last race, Ivan delivered to Toyota the Tecate Trophy Truck Championship. The run to La Paz, that's personal.
Ivan knows this course better than anybody. He knows Baja better than anybody. Toyota knows it better than anybody. Got 110 people down here. We think we can do the job.
Well, if this were in fact a race from Detroit to Jacksonville, Ivan Stewart would be looking at Cincinnati and the approaching darkness. In reality, he's still got 750 miles of desert to cross, and night looms just ahead. Yet even these guys are thinking about one thing.
They come into a like sand dunes type thing, rolling hills. You get on the top and you can see La Paz, and then you drop down the hill and you lose La Paz. You can't see it until you actually get on the highway and start into town. It's a real mess.
The big story is, where is Ivan Stewart? He had built a 1-hour lead at the previous checkpoint, but Ragland comes in first. No sign of Ivan.
I think they're talking to him.
They're backing Ragland up to get him into his proper pit. Linda Stewart waits with Ivan's cup of coffee. It may get cold before the Ironman arrives at Santa Rita. Let's listen.
We don't have parts. We've got parts coming. Ronnie's got them. We can't do anything till that. We're going up there now, right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's Cal Wells. He's the owner, and he is unhappy. The crew preparing for what they know is going to be a long stop drivetrain problem.
But I heard him say they didn't have parts. That means that the support system has fallen apart some way, somehow. Different than NASCAR, behind the wall here means I'm going to get fixed. I'm not done for the day.
Meanwhile, here's the Toyota. It's been towed in. The crew trying to assess the problem. Bob, I'm confused. We talked about all this preparation, all the logistical support. How can they be down here without the parts to fix the truck?
One of those Baja luck things. The chase crew that has the parts they need was delayed way north, 1,000 miles north of here, by a fish tanker, a transport truck carrying fish that overturned on the highway and blocked the road for 12 hours.
You can see the disappointment. Ivan Stewart had built a 1-hour lead. Now the race is a virtual tie. Got to get that truck moving. You can't outwin the race when you're stopped in the pits. Ivan knows that. It is a serious problem in the drivetrain that the Toyota team is still trying to assess. And the driver did his part. He put the thing an hour out front. I suppose he has to be second-guessing himself. Did I push it too hard? Should I have laid back a little bit? But the key issue, what's with the other guy? How he hears it. He hears Ragland's truck. There it goes. They fired up the Chevy. Stewart's hopes plummet. The crowd's waiting La Paz to see who will be first to the finish. Let's see, is that flora or fauna? I guess that's fauna. Some of the nighttime creatures here of Baja. It's fair to say that Ivan Stewart has been stung by Baja luck. Have they diagnosed the problem here?
Well, they sure have. It's a snap ring went in a U-joint on a drive shaft that connects the engine to the transaxle. When it broke, it flung the end of that U-joint all over the inside of that truck and tore things up.
And here's what Ivan Stewart has to say as he waits on the repairs.
Well, we ran absolutely perfect race all day long and all night long until about 20 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago about roughly. The transmission let go. So we're something inside the transmission, so we're going to change the transmission and get on down to finish. We had a good lead, just comfortable all day long and no problems, and up jumped the devil. Part of Baja. They'll put another transmission in and we'll get on down to La Paz. You never know what could happen. You know, it's not over until it's over.
starts. He won't give up.
Once the opportunity to win goes away, the determination to finish takes over. Ivan Stewart has seen the dawn come, not through the windshield, but rather standing in the pits. And now Baldwin is stopped for Rossler, who's never done this in a truck before. Look here. They're getting ready to send the Toyota back out. They have finally repaired the drivetrain problem, and Stewart, who wanted so much to win this race, is back in the saddle, but you can see the disappointment on his face.
Well, and the irony here is that in 86 Baja 1000, when they went to La Paz, Ivan had them covered by an hour again in the same spot by Santa Rita, and then the motor exploded. You know what? This problem happened within 4 miles of that same spot in the desert.
Part of the logistical nightmare. Wait a minute. What is this?
Here is Ivan Stewart's race truck pushing a chase truck with a stiff rope. This is not a good sign.
Stewart has come back to the same pit area, didn't make it more than 5 miles down the road, and the word is that it's a similar problem to the last one.
Well, the drive shaft that broke before was a billet piece, meaning it's made out of one solid piece of steel. The replacement was an off-the-shelf model, and the shaft broke just 5 miles out.
Down here in Santa Rita, body language says a lot. These folks are mighty unhappy. But in 5th comes Ivan Stewart, despite the more than 2 hours repairing the transmission problem at the final pit. He does manage to get home, but his frustrations with the run to La Paz continue. You want to talk about? We've said it repeatedly. Make it to La Paz, and your Baja 1000 is a success. There are your top 5 finishers. Congratulations.